For anyone who doesn't already know who I am, which I'm pretty sure that you will, uh, my name is Matthew Graves, and I'm from Quick Start Coach and Your Success Advantage. And I've been working online for almost 20 years. I started online in late 2001, and I launched my first website the day before 9/11. Not the greatest time to be starting a business, but it all worked out well in the end. And by 2004, I was able to leave my corporate job working in IT and go full time online. And I have been here doing this ever since. So now we are 16, 17 years later, practically. And I'm still working from home and running my online business, trying to help to educate and motivate people to make the right choices and the right strategies so that they can do what I did and be able to experience the freedom that an online business can bring. So that is kind of what my primary goal with what I do is. I take a very different approach, though, than many of the online gurus, to use that word, which is overused too much, and people that are coaching people online, because despite the fact that many of the people who end up on my list would be what some people would call get rich quickers. That is not at all what I talk about or what I preach. In fact, my mission is to try to take people who have been wasting too much money giving it to people with fly-by-night systems and try to convince them how they can build a real business online that will do exactly what the topic of this webinar is, which is make a reliable online income. That is a phrase which I use a lot, reliable online income, in all the writing that I do online, in the videos, etc. Because there's lots of people out there that will tell you, this great thing that you can get into that might make you money this week. But the problem with that is we need reliable online income if you want to replace your job. You need reliable online income if you want to be able to increase your lifestyle, get a new car, be better able to pay your bills. You don't want a business that might make you $100 this week and then nothing for 4 months, and then $20, and then you spend another $300, and then you make another $50. Like, that's not reliable online income. That's nothing you can write home about, and it's certainly nothing that you can take to the bank or will make any major change in your life. In fact, most people who try to make money online never even make $100. Only about 2% of people who try this online even make any money at all. And the primary reason for that is that most people quit. Most people quit when they come online and they think it's going to be easy. And when they discover that it's going to require work, and it's going to require investment, and it's going to require your time, and it's going to take time, you're going to have patience, well, then they leave. And they switch programs, or they jump from program to program, and they never make any money because they never get deep enough into one thing to really make it work. And that's what I'm hoping we're going to be able to help break with the content that I'm going to be sharing this evening. So let's continue, get on with things. So like I mentioned before, there's lots of people who dream about having an online income. They'd love to be able to work from home, to be able to quit their jobs, or to be able to supplement the money that they have for retirement. There's this big dream of online income, and everyone comes online thinking it's going to be easy. Oh, gee, there's so many people making money online, and they hear all these stories of people that are just crushing it online, and they come online and they expect they're going to be making money quickly. However, that's not the reality of the situation. The reality of today's market is that it's very competitive to make money online. And there are reasons why even those who maybe have been doing this for a long time, and maybe there's some of you here tonight, I won't name any names, but people who've been trying to do it a long time aren't successful at it because today's market is a lot more competitive than it used to be. It's a lot harder to get attention because there's so many people trying to do this. And it's a lot harder to get people to commit and actually make a purchase. Rewinding back to the beginning of when I started online in 2001, I have to say that it was an awful lot easier then than it is now, because there weren't that many people doing it. Practically any idea or promotion you came up with was new and interesting, and people would buy even though they didn't know who you are. However, today we're bombarded with hundreds or even thousands of offers online every day. And which ones are we going to take? Which ones are good? Which ones aren't? That's a lot harder decision to make. The other thing is, I think after the global financial crisis back in 2008 to 2010, people have gotten a lot more careful with their money. There were a lot of people who got burned very badly, and they don't trust people like they used to. And they think a lot harder about even a $10 or a $20 purchase than they did back in 2006, when everybody thought they were on the path to becoming a millionaire. That really hit people hard, and it really changed a lot of the way the market worked. So as the online market has matured, it means that in order to get results online now, you have to be better. You have to be better. You can't just come in as a beginner with no marketing experience whatsoever and expect to get results right away. People have a lot to learn, and they got to get the system set up, and everything has to work just right in order to have that dream of reliable online income. Again, you might make an occasional sale here or there, and you might see a little bit of results, and it's just enough to keep you hanging on for another month. And then you'll get another sale, and you'll be like, oh, maybe this is going to be the start of something. And you keep hanging on, and you keep hanging on. And eventually years go by, and you have not moved really significantly any further ahead, because you're not really addressing the fact that the market has changed. I have a saying which I use a lot. And in fact, I have a podcast, and it is the title of the podcast. And that is, don't sell to strangers. The reality in today's market is people don't buy from people they don't know, except for an occasional impulse purchase, low price, something really well presented, really compelling. If it doesn't qualify for that, people want to buy from people that they know. They want to buy with advice from people who they trust. And that is very different. And most people and most programs online that are trying to coach you to make money online tell you, hey, we got this great program or this great product. All you got to do is get the word out, tell people about it, and everybody will buy it. However, I'm sure that everyone in this room has enough experience that they've tried that and realized that no matter how much traffic you throw at these things, they just don't get people to buy, because people don't buy from strangers. And when you're first reaching out to people, you're a stranger. And it means that you have to take a different approach. The other thing that factors into this in today's market is that ads are a lot more expensive than they used to be. They're more expensive, and the results you get from them are less. I have people that I coach that are in like the physical product business, where they sell products that, people buy online and are shipped to their homes. And they'll pay sometimes $50, $60, $70 to get a single customer, $50 or $60 or $70 in ads to get one buyer to buy a product that only costs $80 or $90. They'll lose money on the first sale just to get the customer. And that's because the cost of advertising to get customers has gone up a lot. There's a lot more people advertising online. We're now competing with the big advertisers, the Fortune 500 companies, etc. They got a lot more money to spend. So they're willing to spend a lot more to get a customer than somebody who's just starting out and trying to do this on a budget. So when the cost to get one customer or one lead goes up, it means you have to be a lot more efficient at getting that customer to buy something. My coaching clients, they can do that with their physical products because they know from their numbers that if they get one person to buy a $50 product, they're probably going to get them to buy another $50 product a month from now, and another $50 product the next month, and another $50 product the next month. They look at lifetime customer value. What is this customer going to buy from me over a lifetime? And then can I lose money to get them to make their first purchase? Because I know that in the long run, I'll make money. So they'll spend a lot of money to get a customer, usually more than people like you or I are willing to do. And these are the people you're competing against for ads. So ads cost a lot more. And it means you have to sell more to every customer in order to make that happen. Now, when I talk about lifetime customer value, it's hard for most people that are starting out and selling affiliate products to do that, because most of the people that you're selling to are probably only going to buy from you once. If you're selling some product on ClickBank or JVZoo, they'll buy that product. You may never even know who they were. If you're promoting a product on ClickBank and somebody makes a purchase and they buy that product on ClickBank, you don't even know who bought it. You don't have their name or their email address or any of the information to contact them. So you paid all this money to get this person to buy somebody else's product so you could make a commission. And maybe you made a commission and maybe even made enough on the commission to recover the cost of the ads to get that sale. But how are you going to make a second sale to somebody when you don't have any other contact information? And these are the reasons, and these are the roadblocks that you're up against as a beginning affiliate marketer in today's market. So the question is, well, if that strategy of trying to sell to strangers, trying to get people who don't know who you are, who are just strangers, you drive the traffic, you buy the ads on Facebook, you run ads on Solo Ads or SafeList, and you drive this traffic to a page. Even if they buy that product, you don't know who they are. You make a little money, but you don't make enough money to be able to pay for the ads, because in today's market, you have to make multiple sales to the same person in order to make money. So what's the strategy that you need to change to in order to make money online in today's market? And that strategy is the thing I talk about so many times a week that even I get sick of me hearing me talk about it. And that is audience building. You have to change your strategy so you're not selling to strangers. And instead, you're taking strangers, people who are seeing your ads, who are coming to your web pages, and you're trying to get their contact information. You're trying to get them to become part of your audience, or your email list is what I recommend to most people, but we'll talk about a couple of different ways you can build an audience. But you want to get them to join your email list. You're taking the cold traffic from people who don't know who you are, from the strangers, and you're using it to get them on your email list. Once they're on your email list, then you're now going to communicate with them in a way which is going to make them know, like, and trust you. And you do that by helping them, by actually helping them solve their problems, by helping them find solutions before or during the process of trying to actually get them to buy stuff. And when they know, like, or trust you, they're going to be much more open to hearing how they can help you by buying the products that you recommend. I have people that I follow on YouTube, which is another platform, obviously, where you can build an audience. And we'll talk a little bit about that too. I have people that I follow on YouTube that I've gotten so much value in the hobbies and things that I work on from watching their videos. And I've learned so much from them that when I go to buy something from Amazon, I go and use their Amazon affiliate link, even if it's not a product they recommend. So if I'm going to go buy toilet paper on Amazon, if I go and click on their link and then go search out toilet paper, they make a commission on my toilet paper, right? I do that because I want to support them, because they've added so much value to me and to the hobbies and things that I work on that I go to YouTube looking for advice and training on. So they've added so much value to me, I want to give it back because we have a relationship. They're not strangers anymore. They're content creators who I like to support and who are adding value to me. They're like friends. So by changing your strategy, and instead of just promoting the program or the product of the month that you're hoping somebody will buy right out of the gate, before they even get to know you. What we're going to do is we're going to try to take these strangers that are coming to the webpage, and we're going to try to turn them into friends, supporters, members of our audience. And then once we've done that, now they're going to be much more open when we say, hey, I know you're trying to make money online, and here is a great product that I would recommend that I use that would help you accomplish this goal. They're going to listen to you. And if they trust you and if they see you as someone who knows what they're talking about, some of them will take the advice and they will buy it. And you know what? Next week, when you say, hey, this is another product I just started using and I really like it, you know what? They'll buy that one too. So you're making multiple sales to the same people over and over and over again. I share a statistic. I've been sharing it for the last few years now. And that is that I have literally hundreds of thousands of people that belong to my programs. I have about 20,000 people that I communicate with regularly via email, that I'm sending pretty much daily emails out to. So I've got this audience of 20,000 people, but I make 80% of my income from only 100 of those 20,000 people. They are my true fans, the most committed, most interested, most connected with people who I have in my audience. And this group of 100 or so people buy almost everything I offer for sale. So I know if I'm going to launch a new website, I know I'm going to make 100 sales because I know that my audience will be interested in that because I'm creating products for them. I'm creating products that I know satisfy needs that they've expressed to me. And because of that, I know before I even create a product or launch a website that it's going to be successful because I have an audience. And that audience for me is primarily my email list. And there's a reason why I recommend for most people to go with an email list as their platform. Because the reality is you can build an audience on a whole variety of different platforms. There are people who have audiences on YouTube. They have subscribers on YouTube, and every time they post a video, the people on YouTube get a notification that they've posted a new video. People go watch the video. That's just another way of sharing a message. I share my message primarily via email, but I do also do things on YouTube, but that's not my primary audience. People share and build audiences on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on all these different social media platforms, Twitter. And they get followers to follow them on there. And when they share messages on those platforms, then that message gets seen by some of their followers. But most people who want reliable online income use email as their core method of connection. I mean, social media is great. I have fans on Facebook. I have followers on Instagram. I even have some followers on TikTok. I have, over 1,500 subscribers in my YouTube channel, and that's all great. But you know what? YouTube could shut me down tomorrow. They could turn off my channel tomorrow. Facebook could take away my account. Twitter could block me. Instagram could shut me down. I don't have any control over those audiences. And if YouTube decides they don't like one of my videos and they decide to delete my account, my 1,500 subscribers, they're gone. I have no other way to contact them. However, that's what's brilliant about email. When you get somebody's email address, you can keep emailing them until they tell you to stop. If they don't unsubscribe, you can keep emailing. You want them to not unsubscribe? Make sure you're adding so much value in your emails that they wouldn't think of unsubscribing, right? And so when you have people's email addresses, I have all the email addresses from everyone who's subscribed to my list stored on my computer. I use ConvertKit to manage my emails. That's my email autoresponder or email management system, as they say. But the reality is, if ConvertKit decided they were going to block me tomorrow, I could take that list from my computer. I could import it into GetResponse, be back emailing within 24 hours. When you have an email list, it's portable. It can move from provider to provider, and no one can take it away from you. And that's why email is the best platform. And it's especially the best platform for beginners because, frankly, creating good YouTube videos that are going to attract people and build an audience is an art. It takes a lot of work to figure out how to get people to subscribe to your channel on YouTube. Same thing on Facebook or Instagram. I'm not a professional photographer. I can't create amazing graphics. I'm not a graphic designer that can create amazing stuff to put on Instagram that's going to get me hundreds of likes and shares and comments. And there's little things about the algorithms that all of these things use. How you build an audience on Facebook is different from how you build one on Instagram, is different from how you build one on YouTube. Lots of people specialize on a particular platform and they get a breakthrough, and that's great, and they can get a lot of people. But it's really hard to get going unless you have a particular skill. I mean, if you're a great videographer, then hey, go at it. YouTube's probably where you should be. But the reality is email is the easiest. It's a lot easier. I mean, we've spent our whole lives learning how to write. It's a lot easier to write something than it is to film a video. It took me years to get confident enough to get on camera like I am right now. I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. I'm an introvert, right? So email is fantastic because it's portable. It can't be taken away from you. And we can all write. And the reality is a lot of people say, hey, I'm no good at writing emails. But emails that you're writing to your audience, these don't have to be perfectly copywritten examples of great literature. We're not writing Shakespeare here. We're trying to help people make money online. You just write the email like you talk. If you were sitting across the table explaining to a friend how to do something about getting traffic to your website, what would you say to them? Just write that down, right? Make it clear, break it up, follow a few simple rules, and anybody can write an email. So it's a great place to start. And as you write more of them, and as you practice more and you learn more, you get better at it. And as you get better at it, you get more results. The audience likes the content more. It comes out, it's formatted better, it's easier to read. You learn how to write things that are more compelling to get people to take action on those. So that's why email is the ideal thing. So the strategy you need to be following is all that cold traffic that comes from safe lists, solo ads, traffic exchanges, paid ads, whatever you're running needs to not go to a program unless that program is putting people on your email list. It needs to be going to pages which are offering something in exchange for the person's email address. And then once they're on your list, you need to write them regularly. If you're working in my niche, in making money online, if this is your niche, that means at least 3 times a week. You have to be writing them at least 3 times a week with useful content. And then from that, then you slip in the little offers without looking like a salesperson. You make recommendations. You're not high pitch trying to sell people. You're trying to tell them, hey, this is something you should do because it's really going to benefit this goal you're trying to do. That's how you do it. So what it comes down to is if you want to make this know, like, and trust audience building system work for you, there's 4 essential parts that everything falls into. So the first one of those parts is you need to have quality website traffic or attention from your ideal prospects. When I say you're going to turn strangers into friends and then friends into customers, well, you got to be able to get your message in front of enough strangers to be able to actually get enough subscribers to your list to build a list that's going to generate results. And make no mistake, the amount of money you'll earn from your audience is directly related to only two things. And that is how responsive the audience is to the emails that you write them and how many people you have in that audience. If you have 50 people on your email list, you're probably not going to make much. And it's certainly not going to be reliable. But if you have 5,000 people on your email list and those people are actually opening your emails and paying attention, you have the ability to be able to make full-time income. That's just what it comes down to. So you've got to build that list and you've got to communicate with them in a way which makes them want to hear from you. So the first part is you got to have a good flow of quality website traffic. And this is an area where a lot of people make a lot of mistakes. So I'm just going to throw a couple of pointers because I don't want to make the session too long. Quality website traffic. Quality is the key word. There are all kinds of people out there that will sell you cheap traffic, which will never generate a conversion. I see it all the time from people that use my list building systems, and they'll send 50,000 visitors and get one sign up. The quality of the visitors that come in is directly going to relate to how quickly you're going to build your list. Now, that conversion rate can vary a lot depending on the type of traffic it is. If I'm going to go out and I'm going to spend, let's say, $20 a day on a Facebook ad. So I'm going to run a Facebook ad. I'm going to pay $20 a day to run this Facebook ad. They're going to, people are going to see the ad in their newsfeed. It's going to be targeted to people who are my ideal prospects. So I'm going to be looking at people in particular age range, people who have particular likes and interests. I'm going to want, for every 2 or 3 people that click that ad, I want one of them to subscribe. I want a conversion rate of literally 2 to 1 or 3 to 1, because that traffic is expensive. Those clicks on that ad are probably costing me $1 to $3 a click. So to get one person to click my ad, I got to pay Facebook $3. So if it takes 2 clicks in order to get one person to subscribe to my list, that means every person who's subscribing to my list costing me $6. That's a little pricey. That's not a number that I want to try to beat that number. So if you're talking an ad platform like Facebook, you're going to want a much higher conversion. Now, if I'm advertising the exact same page on SafeList, for example, well, to get 100 visitors from a SafeList might cost me only a couple of dollars, right? So if I get 100 visitors from a SafeList for a couple of dollars, well, if it takes me 300 SafeList visitors to get one sign up, then I'm paying $6 for that sign up, which is the same as the Facebook ad from only 2 or 3 visitors, right? That's what it comes down to. It's not about how many visitors it takes to get a sign up. It's about how much money does it take to get a sign up. The cost per sign up is what matters. The number of visitors it will take will vary depending on the ads that you're running. Now, in our niche, in the Make Money Online niche, if you're buying traffic and it is costing you any more than $3 per subscriber to get somebody to opt in for free to your email list, you're paying too much. Now, if you're buying traffic and you're getting subscribers and they're only costing you $0.25 a piece, they're probably not real people. The reality is quality subscribers, if you're buying traffic in the Make Money Online niche area, is going to cost you $1 to $3 per piece, a piece, if you are getting quality traffic and quality subscribers. If you're outside that range, then you're probably getting people who aren't truly interested in being on your list if you're getting cheap ones, or you're giving away too much money to Mark Zuckerberg if you're paying more than that. That means your ad targeting is not right, the offer's not compelling. You have to change that around. But you need quality website traffic. So that means you have to know where your signups are coming from. So you have to be able to measure these things, and you have to be able to say, look, I got 300 visitors from that site and one sign up. Those 300 visitors cost me $3. So that's $3 for that sign up. So I'll keep advertising for there. Now, this site over here, they sent me 5,000 visitors and I only got one sign up, but those 5,000 visitors cost me $20. So that was $20 a sign up. That's way too expensive. I'm never going to advertise with them again, right? You have to have the tracking to be able to do that. And you have to make sure that it's targeted to your ideal prospects. It doesn't do any good to get people to join your list who are never going to be interested in the message that you're sharing or the products you're going to recommend. So you want to say, who is it? Who is the ideal person? And then where can I advertise that I can actually get access to that person? So again, the thing about traffic is there's two kinds of traffic. There's traffic that you earn, and then there's traffic that you control. So traffic that you earn is where you're spending your time to get traffic. So SafeList would be an example of that, or search engine optimization, or people who blog or do YouTube videos. Those are all ways that you can do to earn traffic. You're trading your time for traffic. The other type of traffic is paid traffic, or traffic that you control. So this is traffic where you're trading your money for traffic. So in both of those cases, you want to make sure that for the time or the money you're investing, you're getting an adequate return of enough subscribers. And they need to be the kind of subscribers who are going to be interested in ultimately what you want to sell. So that's the first part that you need. You've got to have enough traffic to be able to generate the number of subscribers you need to be able to make this whole system work. The second part that you need to have a system like this work is you need a compelling lead capture page and offer. So where are you going to send these visitors to? You got to send them to a page which is going to offer them something in exchange for their email address that is so compelling they can't say no. So this comes down to knowing who it is you're advertising to, and then presenting them something which is a possible solution to a problem that they have. So imagine if you wake up in the middle of the night and you're working in your online business and you keep waking up in the middle of the night. You're unable to sleep because you just can't figure out, how do I get more visitors to my website? You know that that's the major problem you're struggling with in your online business. You just don't have enough traffic. So then you wake up and you flip open your phone and you go on Facebook, and then boom, there's an ad. And the ad is 5 secret ways to double your traffic in the next 30 days. If getting traffic is the number one problem you're dealing with in your life right now, then you have to have that report. You don't want to have it. You have to have it. You will give up your email address and your name in a second to get the 5 secret ways to double your traffic in the next 30 days if getting traffic is your major problem. Now, if you've got tons of traffic and it's just not converting into subscribers, well, then if you saw a report that was the 5 secret ways to double your conversions in the next 30 days, you would be like, wow, if I could double my conversions, that would change my whole business and solve this problem I have. I got to have that report or video or whatever, free course, whatever it is. So you have to have something that is so compelling to your ideal prospect. So if you're going to talk to people about how to get more traffic to their website, then you want an offer which is going to be super compelling to people who want more traffic to their website, something they can't refuse. And it's usually just a lead capture page, a single page, which just has a headline, like I mentioned before, 5 secret ways to double your traffic in the next 30 days. Get your free report, click here. They click, it asks them the name and the email address, puts it in your email management system or autoresponder, and then sends them the report, right? That's a compelling lead capture page or offer. And I'll tell you, if you're sending quality traffic to the pages that you're promoting right now, and you're not getting subscribers, it's just not compelling. You're either sending bad traffic or the offer just isn't compelling. It's just not compelling enough. And it takes a lot better offer to be compelling and to convince people to give their email address now than it did 5 years ago. So you just have to try harder. You have to have a compelling lead capture page and offer. Once you have traffic and you have part 2, the compelling lead capture page and offer, then now the person's on your email list. So now you need emails to send to them that are going to get them to know, like, and trust you. Know, like, and trust is the key to success in any business and in any audience-based business, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Facebook or Twitter or email. Getting those people to know you, know who you are, like you, they like the way you present things, etc., and trust you. Recognize that, hey, this person knows what they're talking about. I mean, if I want to know how to wire up solar panels for my off-grid cabin, I'm not going to go to somebody who's never wired a solar panel before, right? I want to go to somebody who's got a video who's going to show me step-by-step exactly how to do it. And when I see that he's got 200 videos showing him wiring solar panels, or he's been talking to me via email telling me how to wire solar panels for the last 6 months, I'm going to say, this guy knows what he's talking about. I should listen to him. And when he says, here's where you should buy your solar panels, here's where you should buy your wire, here's where you should buy your connectors, this is how you should hook them up, I'm going to buy them from where he says, because he's my guide. He's my guide on this project. And that's what your emails have to be. Your emails have to be written from the point that you are the guide. You are guiding someone on a journey. If you're in the Make Money Online area, then you're guiding them on the journey from the point where they are now, which is, I'm not making any money online, to the point where they want to be, which is they finally have an online income. And if you can guide them along that journey, everything they need along the journey, they're going to look to you to recommend. And they're going to buy the things that you tell them to buy if they know, like, and trust you. And the key to know, like, and trust is simple. It's just add value and don't look like a salesperson. So you need to constantly be adding value, educating and motivating them to know, like, and trust you, educating and motivating them to want to buy your products and do business with you. That's the key of the emails that you're going to send them. So in that regard, your emails should be 80% about how you're going to help them and only 20% about what they're going to buy from you. So I'm sure that you've subscribed to people's email lists, and you get on the email list and you're getting 3 emails a day or an email every day, and it's all just, hey, buy this, hey, buy that, hey, buy this, hey, buy that. Oh, here's the greatest thing. Oh, no, that wasn't the greatest thing. This is the greatest thing. Every day they have a new greatest thing ever happened, best tool they ever used. There's no possible way they could even be using all these tools they're recommending to you. And you don't trust them because they're not a guide. They're not a mentor. They're not someone who's trying to help you. They're just trying to sell you stuff. They're a salesperson. People don't trust salespeople. You have to not look like a salesperson. And you don't look like a salesperson by just helping them instead, just offering helpful advice. And that's what you put in the emails that get your audience to know, like, and trust you. And then once you've been building up that trust for a while, then you need part 4. And part 4 is you need offers of products and services that the audience wants and needs. So every once in a while, you write an email, you're helping to teach them about how to write emails to their list. So you're providing content. Hey, here are things that you should put in your emails. Here's some ideas. And then you're like, hey, if you want to go a step further, here's a course on how to write emails. I've taken it and I really recommend it. It's really helped me writing my emails. And here's where you can go buy it. And you know what? If they know, like, and trust you, and they're interested in writing better emails, some of them will go and buy it. And you make a commission. You're an affiliate. That's an affiliate link. They'll go buy it. You make a commission. Then you talk to them about something else. And then you recommend a product. And then you talk to them and teach them and educate and motivate them. And then you recommend a product. And you just keep working those in. But they have to be the products and services that the audience wants and needs, not what you want to sell to them. This is one of the mistakes that so many people make, is that they start out saying, I want to sell this product. And they have one single product, one single program, one network marketing program that they're promoting. How can I get more sales for SFI? Just use as an example. So how can I get more sales for SFI? Well, the key is not how can you get more sales for SFI, it's how can you find products, multiple products, that your audience wants and needs. If you want to try to build an audience that's interested in SFI, well, then that's fine. You can target your advertising and you can create lead capture offers that will attract the kind of people that will be interested in SFI. But if all you ever try to sell them is SFI, you're going to lose. I sell hundreds of different products. I have over 30 websites of my own, in addition to other things that I recommend. I have hundreds of different streams of income that are generating commissions in a variety of places, because not everybody's interested in the same thing. Some people, traffic is their number one problem. Some people, building an email list is their number one problem. Some people, learning how to write compelling emails is their problem. Some people have a mindset problem and they need coaching. I can help them with all of it. And the reality is, you make a little bit of money from each of these different streams of income, from each of these different programs. If your whole system is set up to just promote one thing, then you're going to lose, because most people aren't going to be interested in your one thing. And you paid money to get those leads, and you only tried to sell them one thing. And when they wouldn't buy that, you said goodbye and good riddance, instead of saying, what does the audience want? And how can I offer that? Oh, I got this group of people. They're not interested. They already have a lead capture page. They're not interested in SFI. They already have a network marketing opportunity. But you know what? They need traffic. So I'm going to do a series of emails teaching them how to get more traffic. And in that series of emails, I'm going to recommend a variety of different traffic getting places. And if they join those and buy anything there, I'm going to earn a commission. So it's having different products that the audience wants and needs, not what you want to sell them, which means that your products that you offer to your audience is constantly changing. There's new things that are going to come out. Some of them you'll say, no, that's not good. That's not good enough. I'm not offering that to my audience, because after they use that product, they're not going to like me anymore if I convince them to buy it. So I'm not going to sell that, because I care about the audience. The audience is the biggest asset you have in your business. Without the audience, you don't have a business. So you have to take care of that audience. You have to help them. You have to make sure that the stuff you recommend is good. You have to make sure that the stuff you recommend is stuff they actually need and want. So you ask the audience. You get to know your audience so that you know, well, I think this is something they would be interested in. One thing you'll notice if you've been on my list for a long time is that I have probably not recommended what would be considered a traditional internet marketing product. Let's say one of the many things that they sell on JVZoo, or here's this new software that'll help you create tune videos, or that kind of stuff. If you're on other internet marketers lists, they're promoting a new offer every single week of whatever is the latest, greatest video making tool. I haven't promoted any of that stuff, because I know that the majority of my audience is not really that interested in creating videos. That's not the stage they're at in their business. So I don't promote it. Now, if I told you, hey, get this great video tool and it will help build your business, some people would probably buy it. But you know what? They'd be wasting their money. I'd make a commission. I might make money from doing that, but I hurt my audience. So I don't do it. I don't promote it. I only promote the things that I know my audience needs to get where they want to go. No, I don't promote things just because they'll buy them, because the audience is the asset. And this is a long-term strategy. I have built my audience over years of doing this, over years of providing different products and lead capture pages and offers and etc. to get people onto my list. A lot of people join my list and they never open a single email. That's fine. 30 days later, I take them off the list. I don't email them anymore. But there are people that are on my list who didn't buy a thing from me for years, and then all of a sudden made a $1,000 purchase or a $5,000 purchase, had never bought a single thing from me, but they've been listening to my emails for years until they reached the point where they saw an offer that was compelling and they trusted my judgment because they've been listening to me and they've been seeing how I deal with my audience for so long, that they were willing to commit and make that jump. Because I finally made an offer of something they were truly interested in at the same time that they had built up enough trust that they trusted me to make a $5,000 sale or a $1,000 sale or a $9 sale. And very often people buy over and over and over again because I keep writing them and I keep making new offers and I keep adding more value and I keep doing free training like this to just try to help people. Because I know if you're successful and if I help you be successful, I'll be successful. That's how audience building works. And audience building is how most money is made online these days. It doesn't matter what the platform is. All the social media influencers, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, they have audiences. People with email lists have audiences. Businesses with products have customer lists. What are those customer lists? Audiences. Because you have to be able to communicate with people over and over and over again to get them to buy often enough to make up for the high cost that it takes to get one person on your list or one person to buy a product these days. So selling single products to strangers just simply doesn't work anymore. So I mentioned that there are 4 parts to this whole thing. You need traffic, first of all. You need, for part 2, you need a compelling lead capture offer that is going to appeal to the people that you're talking to and want them to join your list. Part 3, you need to send them emails that are going to get them to know, like, and trust you. And then part 4 is you have to create offers and communicate those to your audience of products that they want to buy and sell. Those are the 4 pieces you have to get in place. And they, of course, generally happen in that order. There's no sense in worrying about what you're going to email your list when you've only got 10 people on your list. You need traffic and you need a compelling lead capture page offer first. Once you get a couple of hundred people on your list, now start worrying about what you're going to email them. Because if you're spending your time when you got 10 people on your email list and you're spending 6 hours a day writing emails, then you're only going to always ever have 10 people on your email list. You have to focus on building a list and then communicating to that list once the list gets big enough to justify the time it takes to go to the next phase. These are phases that you go through. You need to see about devote attention to how you're going to ramp up your traffic. So a lot of what I have done, especially in the last 5-6 years that I've been working, has been building tools to make using this strategy easier for people who are not marketing experts and not technical aficionados who know how to tie together, create lead capture pages in WordPress and tie them to their autoresponder and create compelling lead capture reports and pages and etc. What I discovered in working with my audience was, up to roughly 5 years ago, I was primarily in the traffic business. All the websites I ran were all about how you can get more traffic to your offers. And I did that for a long period of time, like 15 years. And the reason I was focused on that was because in the old days, prior to, let's say, 5 years ago, people had all kinds of different things they would promote. They would promote SFI and it would work. They would promote Now Lifestyle and it would work. They would promote sales pages from JBZoo or ClickBank to strangers, and they would get sales. So if I would provide the traffic, phase one, and then they would provide the offer, and it worked. They made money. But then, as I mentioned at the beginning, things changed. And now that approach, that strategy doesn't work anymore, even though everybody keeps telling you to try to do it. So I realized that the tools that were necessary to promote this strategy of audience building and email list building and getting know, like, and trust, the tools were too hard to use for most beginners. It took too long to be able to learn the tools. So I started creating alternatives. The first alternative that I created was, okay, I got these people who have all this traffic. I need them to send that traffic to things that are going to help them build their email list, but I can't expect them to buy everything that's necessary to set up a whole lead capture system. So I created one. And that program, of course, is Your Viral List, which launched in 2017. And it grew very quickly. We had over 10,000 people join, use the program. And Your Viral List, what it does is it fulfills step two. So step one, your traffic, the first thing you need to have, your traffic. Well, you can use Safe Lists, you can use Facebook ads, you can use solo ads. There's a whole variety of things, and I have over 20 different websites, Safe Lists and solo ad sites, etc., that can help you get more traffic to your offers. So the traffic, you've got a whole variety of choices. The next thing you need is a lead capture offer, and that's what I created Your Viral List for. So Your Viral List essentially completes phase two. And the way Your Viral List works, if you haven't used it or seen it before, is that you join the system, and then inside the system are dozens of different lead capture pages that you can promote to build your list. So I'll just take an example. There's a report in there called Affiliate Advantage. So if you join Your Viral List, you'll get a unique URL for you to send traffic to a lead capture page, which offers this free report if the people give their name and their email address. If they get their name and their email address, they get this free report on how to make more money at affiliate marketing. People give the name and email address, that's going to get added to your list at your autoresponder. And if you don't have an autoresponder yet, that's fine, because Your Viral List will store up all of your leads for you until you do add an autoresponder to the system. And when you do, we'll transfer all your leads over there. So it provides compelling lead capture pages and free reports that you can use to help build your list. It's a place to send your traffic to that will start to execute this strategy of building an email list and building an audience. And there are lots of them there. And then on top of that, built into the system is all the tracking that you need. So we'll track every visitor you send. We'll track where they came from. We'll track whether they sign up or not. We'll give you the conversion rates of all the different traffic sources. So you'll be able to look at a report and you'll be able to see, okay, well, here's all the traffic I sent in the last 30 days to this free report. This is how many visitors I got from each of the different websites that I sent traffic from. And this is how many signups I got from each of the sites. So it has all the tracking so that you can know where your signups are coming from, what your cost is per sign up, so that you'll be able to tweak the different traffic sources you're using to get the highest conversions possible. So that's Your Viral List. It skipped a slide here. That's Your Viral List. And if you go to yourvirallist.com or yourvirallist.com/2020 that it has here, then you can sign up for Your Viral List. If you sign up, you get a couple of weeks premium membership for free. And then after that, if you want to keep using the system, that particular system costs $19 per month. So that will help you build your list. So I created Your Viral List in 2017, and it was great. We literally added tens of thousands of people to people's email lists through the Your Viral List system. So now people had the first section, they were using safe lists and solo ad traffic in order to send visitors, and they were sending them to Your Viral List, and that was building their list. And you know what happened next? You can probably predict, and that is all these people had these lists in their autoresponders, and they weren't emailing them because they didn't feel confident that they knew what they should send to their list. They were watching my videos, they were reading my emails, and I was telling them, hey, don't just send offer after offer to your list. And they were like, well, if I'm not just going to send offer after offer, what should I be sending? And I'm like, you need to be sending content that's going to get them to know, like, and trust you. And they're like, well, I don't know how to create that. So people had moved first from this barrier of promoting the wrong things to accepting, hey, I need to build an email list. And they used Your Viral List to get to a point where they've actually been building a list. And some of them had thousands of people on their email lists that they had built through Your Viral List and had not sent the people a single email. They had not done step 3, which is send compelling emails to get your audience to know, like, and trust you. So I realized, I was individually coaching people, I was writing emails for people, I was teaching people to write emails, was doing all this kind of stuff, and that was working for some portion. And I was like, I need a way to be able to help more people. So last April 2019, or this April that just went by, I created a system called Your Success Advantage. And Your Success Advantage is one step up from Your Viral List. So Your Success Advantage provides you all of the lead capture offers that you can send traffic to. It provides you all the tracking and everything, but you don't have to write any emails, and you don't have to come up with any offers because I write them all for you. So instead of, it's a complete done for you system that you just have to send traffic to, and it goes all the way through. So in the back end of Your Success Advantage, and each week, I'm going to recommend to you and say, hey, here's the top promoting funnels that you should be promoting right now. And there are dozens of different funnels and different ways to be able to get people on your list. So I'll tell you, hey, we're launching a new website next week. You should promote your referral URL for that website, because everybody who joins, for the last 12 days, we've been promoting Email Marketing Masters. Well, everybody who joins Email Marketing Masters from people's referral links who are part of Your Success Advantage also get added to their email list. And now it's on their email list. They can put it in their autoresponder and they can email them if they want, but I'm going to email them too. So I'm going to email them on your behalf, and I am going to build know, like, and trust. And I am going to make compelling offers that are going to get them to buy affiliate products with your affiliate links. So all you do is, with Your Success Advantage, is send traffic to the lead capture offers that are best converting. You send traffic to those offers, and I take it from there. So I'm going to make sure that the offers are great and are going to get those people to subscribe to your email list. And then I'm going to email them, and I'm going to build up know, like, and trust, and I'm going to make offers, and every offer I make is going to have your affiliate link in it. So when they sign up for Supercharged Solo Ads or GetResponse or other things that I'm going to promote in my emails that I send them, they are going to be signing up under you because you brought them into the system. You bring somebody into the system, And then everything they buy from that point forward gets credited back to you for commissions. So it essentially creates a system where your only responsibility is to the part one, to get very good quality traffic. You can become a traffic specialist, and you do not have to worry about creating compelling offers, lead capture offers, or lead magnets. You don't have to worry about what am I going to email these people once they join the list. And you don't have to worry about how I'm going to build know, like, and trust. And you don't have to worry about what offers you're going to make that are going to make them want to buy, because I do all those steps for you. So essentially, I took what was in your viral list, which was build a list, and I took it the whole rest of the way with Your Success Advantage. Now, Your Success Advantage has been around for about 15 months. This is not a program which is something that I ever desired, nor want thousands of people to join up for. We have about between 150 and 200 people in Your Success Advantage right now. Those 150, 200 people that are in Your Success Advantage dominate everything I promote. So when I do a new launch, those people get 98% of the signups. They get 98% of the commissions that come out of all of my systems. They make 98%. And these people have now become, especially the people that are at the top of the leaderboards for Your Success Advantage, other Safe List owners, product owners, and et cetera, contact them because they know that they have the traffic and the ability to be able to promote things and get results. Because we teach them how to do it. We teach them how to get great traffic. We give them all the numbers, all the statistics. I tell them, hey, this is what you should be promoting this week. Send your traffic here. I individually will send them emails and say, hey, I noticed you're sending a lot of traffic from these sources that aren't converting. I really think you're wasting your money there, or you're buying signups from somewhere and these are fake signups. I know they're fake signups. So they get help to be able to become really good at getting traffic. And by becoming really good at getting traffic, they get results out the other end because I take care of the rest of it for them. And that's the Your Success Advantage system. Now, there's two ways you can currently get into Your Success Advantage. If you go to yoursuccessadvantage.com/2020, again, I'm interested in people in this program. None of the stuff that I promote is what you would call get rich quick. It's all going to require you to work in order to actually get the results. If you want to trade your time for traffic, if you don't have a lot of money to spend and you want to trade your time for traffic, you're going to have a lot of time. That's just the way the system works. If you're going to try to get large volumes of traffic from Safe Lists, you're going to spend a lot of time clicking emails. If you want to spend money to buy traffic, well, then you can buy as much traffic as you want. There's endless amounts of traffic available and lots of it from good quality sources. So you can build your list. You could have 1,000 people on your list 3 days from now if you were willing to spend the money to be able to buy the traffic to do it. If you want to do it and spend no money at all, it's going to take months to get to 1,000 people on your list. So it's always a question. There's no such thing as free traffic. It's always a question of, are you going to spend money or are you going to spend time? So, and the amount of both of those things you can put in is going to ultimately generate the results. Our top referrer in Your Success Advantage sends our lead capture pages roughly 5,000 visitors a day. That's a lot of traffic. But he's built a list in the multiple thousands. I don't even know off the top of my head how big it is. 7,000, 8,000 people in 1 year. And he makes sales every single day from the system because he has a list big enough that when I email 5,000 people on his behalf, he makes sales. So if you're willing to work and you're willing to put it in, then I would be happy to have you as part of Your Success Advantage. There's currently 2 ways to join. There's a monthly membership. You can join as a monthly member, and it's $37 a month. And that gives you full access to the system. And then most of the people that are in it, most of the 150, 200 people that are in it so far have joined as founders. The founding To become a founding partner is $1,000, but that $1,000 doesn't come to me. I don't make any money off that $1,000. That $1,000 goes into an ad fund. And then I use that to buy $1,000 worth of ads on your behalf to get you signups. So I guarantee that for your $1,000 in ad money that you're putting into the system, you will get at least 500 people on your list. So I'm going to run ads on your behalf on all the different platforms, and I'm going to get you signups. And over time, you're going to get 500 people as I spend out your money that you put into the ad fund. You're going to get 500 people on your list that I'm going to be then emailing to try to get them to sign up. And of course, that $1,000 that you put in also gets you lifetime membership in your Success Advantage. So you never have to pay the $37 a month. So you save the $37 a month, because the reality is if you are successful in your Success Advantage, I'm successful. Because a lot of, not all, but a lot of the products I promote are my products. So if I can convince somebody to buy $18 a month in solo ads that you bring into my list, well, you're going to make $9 and I'm going to make $9. So that's the reason that I'm willing to let people into your Success Advantage and give them $6,000 in bonuses if they'll spend $1,000 in ads, because I know if you spend $1,000 in ads, we're both going to make money. So that's how your Success Advantage. You can come in as a founding member, like most of the members have, or you can come in as a monthly member and pay the $37 a month. And both those options are on that page that you can go to by going to yoursuccessadvantage.com/2020. So just to recap what we've covered here tonight, and just put it, because I know it's been a while here, but just to put it all into context, you need to change your approach. You need to stop promoting programs and instead only promote things which are going to be very effective at putting people on your email list. You need to take your traffic, part one. You need to send it to a compelling lead capture offer, part two. And then once the people are on your list, you need to do part three, which is send them regular emails at least 3 to 5 times a week that are going to get them to know, like, and trust you. And then you need to make compelling offers via email that are going to get them to buy multiple products from you. You know, the average person, I'm totally open book. I don't mind sharing any numbers. So the average person who buys anything from me over the first 18 months will end up spending $250. So somebody who signs up for one of my programs and buys a $9 a month membership, chances are, through the emails that I send and the offers that I make and the guidance that I provide, that person who spent $9 is going to end up spending $250 over the next 18 months, because I'm going to sell to them over and over and over again. And if you're part of your Success Advantage, I'm going to be selling with your affiliate links. So that person that makes that $9 purchase, you might have only made $450 from them that month, but over the next 18 months, you're going to get 50% commission on everything I sell them, and you're going to make $125. That's how you have reliable online income. It's got to be recurring, and you've got to keep selling over and over and over again to the same people, so that once you bring someone into your circle, then they become a customer for life. And of course, chances are 250 over the next 18 months, I'll probably still be selling to them beyond that. The lifetime value of a single buyer is in the multiple hundreds of dollars if you build the trust and you send them lots of compelling offers.